the man behind the FTX collapse, Sam Bankman-Fried.
Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, some of the most well-known and accomplished athletes and celebrities in the world, are in the midst of one of the wildest cryptocurrency exchange meltdowns in history. While the story is still developing and we are waiting to learn more details of exactly what caused the FTX crash, there is still plenty of juicy information for us to talk about now. With that being said, let's get right into what we know about the FTX crash and the involvement of some of the most popular figures today. FTX is a cryptocurrency exchange where people could go and buy and sell digital assets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and everything in between. While the most popular crypto exchange is Coinbase, many other exchanges grew in popularity and usage over the years, especially with the crypto bull markets of 2017 and 2021 that brought a lot of interest and excitement around the space. Exchanges like Coinbase, Gemini, and Kraken, among many others, made it much easier for people to put money into crypto, as opposed to the more complicated approaches of getting a crypto wallet and storing your coins yourself. FTX was founded in 2019 by Sam Bankman-Fried and was another exchange for excited investors to get involved in the ever-growing asset class and wild world of cryptocurrency. Bankman-Fried, the 30-year-old that is the center of attention right now for all the wrong reasons, was arguably the face of crypto just a couple of years ago. He managed to get the attention of prominent celebrities and athletes and even landed sponsorships. The timing was great, as prices for crypto skyrocketed after FTX's founding, with Bitcoin climbing to an all-time high of $64,000 in 2021. A popular terminology used in cryptocurrency is rug pulling, which essentially means that the asset that you thought was going to the moon goes to zero instead. While that is usually reserved for actual assets in the space, this is exactly what happened to the FTX exchange. As the overall crypto market has seen a major decline since those 2021 peaks, many exchanges and platforms were forced to shut down and close the curtain on their businesses. But no one thought that could happen to FTX until it did. So how did FTX break down? Basically, FTX had its own token known as FTT, which is common for exchanges to do. The tokens minted by exchanges usually operate as a stock in the exchange. The issue with FTT is that there was no transparency on how many tokens were in circulation. News came out that Alameda Research, a firm that invests in crypto, held a bunch of FTT tokens. Essentially, Alameda was at risk of insolvency if the price of the token dropped. This made for vulnerable conditions in which a single player, or a whale as they are often referred to in crypto, could shake up everything. And that is where CEO of Binance, CZ Zhao, entered the picture. Binance is a rival of FTX, and CZ was the whale in this case. And when he sold off all of his company's FTT tokens, a whole bunch of others followed in fear that FTX would run out of cash. We basically witnessed a bank run, but in the virtual world instead. The price of FTT cratered, and the rug was pulled under FTX as billions of dollars were taken out of the platform in a blink of an eye. So where do Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, and Shaquille O'Neal factor into all of this? Well, as we mentioned earlier, before this meltdown, FTX was riding high and nailing some huge endorsements and sponsorships from celebrities all across the spectrum. Tom Brady and his wife Gisele Bündchen were major supporters of FTX. Not only did they invest a crazy amount of money into the exchange, $70 million to be exact, but they also promoted it heavily. And the reason they promoted it was because they were paid for it. FTX ran a $20 million ad campaign, and Tom, along with Gisele, were pushing for people to invest in FTX. They claimed that FTX was the best place to get into crypto. Larry David, the famous comedian that put together the popular TV show Seinfeld, knew absolutely nothing about crypto, yet ended up promoting FTX in a commercial that pushed potential investors to get their money into FTX so they wouldn't miss out on what they argued was the next big thing in crypto. Shaquille O'Neal is also among the large list of big names that are caught up in the FTX scandal. He pushed FTX in another commercial ad campaign by FTX called Not an Expert. O'Neal was the narrator of the ad, while Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry joined in and claimed that while he wasn't an expert on crypto, he trusted FTX. Earlier in 2022, Shaq also posted a video claiming that he partnered up with FTX and was all in, as well as asking his audience if they were too. The Miami Heat were at the center of this as well, which used to be Shaq's stomping grounds when he was dominating the NBA. They teamed up with FTX and even renamed their arena FTX Arena, which will now be renamed as the team has recently announced that they cut all ties with FTX following this meltdown. The Golden State Warriors, who just won the NBA Finals in 2022, had a partnership with FTX that was announced in December of 2021. These are just a few examples of how celebrities and athletes were deeply involved in the mess unfolding in the crypto world right now with the FTX exchange meltdown. Brady, Curry, Shaq, the Warriors, Larry David are among the many being sued in a class action lawsuit. The lawsuit claims that they either controlled, promoted, assisted in, and actively participated in the marketing of FTX and caused a huge number of people to lose money. What happens next is uncertain, but what we do know for a fact is that Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX are now worth nothing. Celebrities and athletes that backed it are down millions and in big legal trouble, and this is certainly one of the most spectacular meltdowns in the history of cryptocurrency.